Spain, and it looks like you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about the shooting aspect of it over there. Could you perhaps go through what is in your mind, your thought process about telling everybody, don't worry about the shooting, it's going to be there. Are you ready to go for this season?
Oh, yeah, I'm not worried about that. I try to take every negative aspect of my life and try to make it a positive. To me, it was probably a good reason why I catch a rhythm with that ball. I tried every night to go out there and shoot it, but it just didn't go down. Just part of basketball. And I get to come here, stay with a solid team. I'll be able to shoot 20, 25 shots a night if I choose to. So within them 20 shots, I think I should be able to find a little rhythm. So I'm not worried about that.
Hey, Derrick, right down the middle. Question was asked you a year ago before the second injury. Can you understand why there are a lot of Bulls fans? They don't doubt your confidence. They don't doubt your resolve and focus. Just doubt whether or not you can stay in one piece.
Oh, yeah. With these two type of injuries, of course, that question and that's just going to come up. I'm not worried about that. I don't care about when people ask me the question. I know that it's always going to be there. I'm always going to have to answer this question for the rest of my career, so I'm not worried about that. So, but for the Bulls fans, I can sit here and say a million times that I'll be fine, but I think the only way to answer all the critics and everyone asking about me is to actually be on the court and actually playing.
With that being said, where's your confidence level right now, the trust in your knee, and especially this time compared to last year as well? I know they're different injuries. But.
My confidence in my body, period, is very high. I know all the work that I put into the off season and getting back into the shape that I'm in right now, so I'm not worried about that. I haven't been worried about it. The question didn't come up the entire time I was in camp in Vegas. It didn't come up none while I was overseas, so I never got wind of it like that. I never really thought about it or went deep into it. So this is a new journey for me, and just trying to take it all in.
Derrick, with some of your new teammates in, with Powell and with all these different guys that can maybe shoot a little bit better, where do you think you're going to fit in as far as just wanting to attack more? You know what I mean? Like are there going to be room for you to attack a lot more? Is what I'm saying.
I think so. With the rules of the NBA, you have to be in that lane 3 seconds, and then you have to be out. I think that I'm pretty fast, and I think that I'm good enough to get in the lane, no matter who's guarding me. As far as spacing, I think the coaching staff and Tibbs is already getting everything together offensively. But our biggest thing is defense. If we could defensively stick and guard teams the entire game, I think offensively we should be pretty good.
Derrick, on Team USA, you got a chance to play with Anthony Davis, another Chicago guy. What's your impression of him as a player? And were you impressed with just how good he is and how he can do everything?
He's a great player, and I love his drive. His drive to want to be great. It kind of pushes you if you're around him. He rubs off on people, and especially if they have a young team, the way that he works, not on the court but off the court too, like in the training room, the weight room. He does a great job of taking care of his body. So. Just being around him, talking to him a little bit more, talking to his family, he's heading in the right direction.
Derrick, with off-season moves that management made, do you think you almost have to carry less of an offensive burden?
Oh yeah, for sure. With the threats that we have, I'm trying to make the game as simple as possible. I'm not going to try to overuse myself. I think that just learning the game, being a student of the game, I think is actually going to help me become a better player with learning the offensive sets, learning the defensive sets, and just learning time management, knowing when to score, knowing when to get people involved.
Derrick, with all the moves that were made in the offseason, do you feel like you come back to a much better team, even with the guys who played in your absence last year improving?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But it's no disrespect to my old teammates. But I think the team that we have right now, talent-wise, is a much stronger team than we had last year. I think guys are focused. Not saying that the guys last year weren't focused, but this year coming here, practicing this facility, it feels like a new team. So we really got to take advantage of every situation that we have, opportunity that we have, and it seems like guys are doing that.
You mentioned that you've gotten used to answering the injury question. The
Yeah.
last 2 years for you, what has it taught you about the business of basketball and the things that may get questioned and all the things that come along with not just hooping, but on the outside of it as well?
You know, when you're not on the court, as far as business-wise, when you play basketball and you're a basketball player, everything comes from you actually playing. So when you're not on the court, you kind of get, I won't say forgotten, but other players get seen. You have opportunities for other players to get seen, and that happens. And that can't mean I don't get mad at it or anything. I just know my opportunity is going to come when I get on the court. But you try to venture off into other investments, certain things like that. But I don't need to talk about it right now. But some stuff down the line that I'm working on.
How did you sell the Bulls to Powell, and what do you look forward to most in playing with him?
You know, with Powell, I think that he had in his mind that he really wanted to come here, or we were the first team that he was looking to go to during free agency right away. Just by me just talking to him, I think that's what I felt. He felt like he wanted to come here. After I got off the phone with him, he said that he had decided, but he was with his family, and when he decided to come here, it was kind of a relief knowing that a player like Powell, the way that he got a double team in some games, just a different dimension on our team. Like, we had Taj, but when you add someone like Powell, it for sure is going to make you a better team. And I thank the Bulls for that, because it's going to be a lot of games where I'm not going to have to do like a lot to really win a game.
Derrick, I know you're all about winning, and that's very important to you over here to the left.
I can't even see you.
Right.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Hey, Derrick, I know you're all about winning, and that's really important to you. Obviously, you added a lot of talent to the team this year. Now, Cleveland added Kevin Love,
Yeah.
so LeBron's got maybe a big three again.
Yeah.
How important is it, you think, maybe this year that you guys got to kind of take that step and beat out Cleveland this year? Because as those guys get more used to each other, it might be tougher down the line, just like it was in Miami.
You know, people always bring up Cleveland, but it's a lot of other teams in the East that's rebuilding but have good teams, and a lot of people overlook them teams. But I think the East has gotten better. We got better players. I think everybody's heading in the right direction as far as getting the right players on their team and players that they want on their team. And I think the NBA is better because guys are working harder. You look at a lot of guys, like with the social media stuff, a lot of guys be on different guys' pages, and that could push you seeing someone work out a certain way. So I think the NBA is overall is going to be exciting, and I hope everybody just stay tuned into it.
Derrick, in what ways do you see you and Kyle feeding off each other during games?
I see I automatically go to the fourth quarter where he got the ball and I'm out on the perimeter and I'm just waiting to get a set shot. Other than that, let him work. You got Joakim or Taj on the other side, clean up everything else, and you got two other shooters on the floor with me, him, and me, Joe, and Powell. So I just see him in the post. I'm waiting for a jump shot, and you pick your poison.
Derrick, just being out for so long, for 2 years, most of it, do you come back in and be more? Are you vocal right away? I mean, how do you want to be a leader? I guess.
No, before I went out for the Vegas the camp. Right after I made the team and knew that I was going to Spain, I said that I wanted to be more vocal, but that opportunity didn't come in the way that I wanted to come. I waited and kind of didn't need it. We was winning every game by 20, 25 points, so it wasn't no need for it. So coming here, I think that I have that opportunity again where it's fresh. I'm able to be around the guys a lot more. We're able to talk a lot more. So I think that leadership role will come now.
Was it tough last year? I mean, last 2 years not being able to do
You're not playing.
Well, you're not playing. There's only so much you can say as a player. Like, you're not out there, so it's kind of like shut up and just let us play.
Derrick, there have been people in the national media back here, back row, that have thought that this team, because of health concerns, only has X amount of years left, that the window may be closing. I assume you disagree with that. What does that make you think?
This is my first time hearing about it. I don't try to look into it. I try my hardest to stay away from it, but we know we have an opportunity ahead of us. It may not be this year, it may not be the next year or whatever, but I know that we have one. I know I'm going to win the championship soon, so I'm not worried about that.
Hey, Derrick, right down the middle again. Just right down the middle. I'm sure a lot of us watched you in Spain. Probably cringed when you missed a lot of outside shots.
Yeah.
Is that the one element that's missing now? Or is there something else where it's going to develop over time for you to get?
You know, it's just time. I'm not going to sit here and say that my shot is going to be fixed right when the season starts. Like, I'm still going to shoot the shots that I normally get. If you leave me open and the game is telling me to shoot, I'm going to shoot. It's just that missing 2 years, knocking the rust off, learning how to shoot off the dribble, learning how to shoot off the catch and shoot. Like, if you was a basketball player or you played on this level, you would know. But it's so many stages that you have to go through to get back to. I had to go through to get back to where I am right now, and just trying to stay positive, put all my workouts and all my shooting workouts really behind me, so that I can stay focused on the future and know that I'm back with the Bulls now and we have a bright future.
Hey, Derrick, over here to the right. What was the biggest lesson that you learned then, kind of playing off that answer and question? What was the biggest lesson that you learned in the last 2 years?
Having patience. Like, patience is the key with everything. I think everything in my life right now, as far as me being on the court and my business off the court. On the court, you just can't force it. I think last time I came back with my injury, my last injury, I forced it a little bit. And just learning from my last injury this time around, just having patience. Like, I know it's going to be a grind, but I can't get it all back in one day.